Good morning, children. In the previous lessons, we learned about the different parts of the computer. What is the software and what is the hardware? In this lesson, let's learn about the computer definition and history of the computer. What is a computer? A computer is a complex piece of machinery made of many parts, each of which can be considered to be separate invention. But let us find how the history of the computing is starting. The computer had its beginning in the 19th century when English mathematics professor named Charles Babbage designed an electrical engine. It is on this design that basic framework of the computer today is based. So that is why we call the Charles Babbage as a father of the computer, because with his fundamental theory only the computers are developed. When you talk about the history of the computers history is divided into 5 generations. So the generations will be like this: first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and fifth generation. You may suppose to know that when it is given only on the basis of the numbers, then what is the requirement of dividing the things into different generations? So main thing is that though it is given as the different numbers, there is lot of development in the generation of the computer. Just like you see, if you see the cell phone in this picture, it was in 1999, it is very big one. After that 2000 it came to somewhat compact. In 2008 we can it has changed it. The display of the can be seen. In the 2010 the smartphone came. In 2012 you find that smartphone with more resolution and different messages can be sent. Now 2016, even in the 2021 you can do everything. With computer you can send the messages, receive the messages, or either it may be a text messages or video messages or audio messages within fraction of the second. It is almost all doing the equal work of the computer. So that is the change in the generation. That means first generation in the cell phone or 2G, next one 3G. Now we are going for the 4th generation. Now the next one is the 5th generation, where you can send the different of messages or information within seconds, and different live communications also can be sent. So in the same manner, in the computer also we have the so many generations. But the difference is that in the computer generation, it is divided, depends upon the software we are used and the material we are used. So let us discuss about the first generation computers. The first generation, you can say that it is from 1940 to 1956. That period will be considered as the first generation computer. The hardware they used in the particular computer are: one, vacuum tubes is used for assembling the system, and magnetic drums are used for the memory. Then for input device they used to get the punch card and paper tape. Output is also in the form of the printouts. No digital formation is there. Then software. Software is a machine language. Already you know that machine language means combination of the zeros and ones. Solved only one problem at a time, because it is in the starting model. It don't have the sophisticated methods for calculation. Mostly scientific applications those are used. Next one is the other features of the first generation are: they are bulky in size, highly unreliable, limited commercial use, and costly, difficult commercial production. And the problem is that it is difficult to use. So the UNIVAC, UNIVAC and ENIAC, ENIAC computers are the examples of the first generation computer device. UNIVAC was the first commercial computer delivered to the business client, the US Census Bureau, in 1951. In the picture you can see that is one computer. It is so big. You may surprised to know that compared to our present day computers, those are very compactable. Those in that time the computers are very big, the calculations are very limited, and it is not possible to take any other place. So the system is like that. The next one is the second generation computers. The second generation we can divide from 1956 to 1963. The main material used in this is the transistors. In this picture you can see that different transistors used and the computer is formed. So next one is let us see the specification of this generation. The specification of this generation is, it is from 1956 to 1963. Let us see the hardware characteristics. The transistor used for making the computer. Magnetic core memory is used. Magnetic tapes are used. Disk for secondary storage is used. Earlier there is no disk for secondary storage. So the software characteristics. What are the software used? Batch processing. That means one by one at least 10 to 15 commands can be given at a time so that the computer will execute. Assembly language. The total earlier machine language is there. From that they developed the assembly language. Next one, high level programming language developed. The high level programming language is developed. Earlier it is only the machine language combination of the zeros and one. After that Fortran, COBOL, BBS, that type of languages are developed. Those are in the starting form. Scientific and commercial applications are made. The scientific applications are made. What are the other features? Other features: faster, smaller, more reliable. You should not compare with today's computer. You should compare with the first generation. Compared to first generation, second generation are faster, smaller and more reliable. Easier to the programming. It is very easy to do any programming than previous generation systems. Commercial production was still difficult and costly because the alignment and everything is very big and carrying is also very difficult. That is why it was not used in the commercial production. The next one is that integrated circuits are developed in the 1950 by Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce. These two people developed the integrated circuit, which can be seen in the picture. So what is an integrated circuit? An integrated circuit is a small electronic device made out of semiconductor material. The first integrated circuit was developed by 1950 by Jack Kilby and Robert Noyce. This helped to go for the third generation, which is from 1964 to 1971. So let us discuss about third generation in the next class. All the best.